those two. We're gonna go like this. Took care of that.
Use the restroom real quick before we begin our flight. Because I don't have autopilot.
Not getting any sound. That's no good. Escape. Sound, please. System default. That would be a no. There we go. Alright. Fuel. Let me see. Let's do that. What's our altitude? Alright. Probably need to crack that a little bit. And let's see if we get a good start. Crap, man. Giving me that sound.
I have to reload. I lost my flight plan.
Huh.
Oops. So, who are we missing? Doc? Mine?
I'm here. I just need to send an email to my realtor and compile a few things, but I'll join for the second half.
Okay.
Fuel. Yeah, that looks about right.
Right back.
Pumping that guy. Oh, that's just gonna. Yeah, that should be fine.
Difficult.
Do we have the fuel pumps on?
Okay. I need to figure this out. Let's see. What we got? This being difficult. Alright.
Where we at here? Oh, no, I picked that up, didn't it? Yep, this one. That's what I want. Okay. Gotcha.
Seriously.
What the hell?
That's what I'm saying.
How we looking? Everybody ready? Wayland, you back?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm not. I'll be back in a sec, though. Go ahead and go. I can catch up.
Okay.
Spin around here. Yeah. Where is that guy? I don't need that on.
What the fudge?
There goes Wayland.
Serious.
Wolf, you're up.
Yep. Just get going here.
Oh my god. Mm. Uh,
Let's see. Give him more power. Here we go.
Wayland, where are you going?
That's weird. It shouldn't be like that. Too fast here. Ooh. Who do we lose?
No idea. Stay here. Wolf is ahead of me.
Like that Silky.
She was having some issues.
Yeah. Gotcha. And back.
yeah. It's all part of learning the new stuff.
Your airspeed 8.
0 because I'm checking my. Oh yeah, so it is trim. Checking my controls.
Gotcha.
My trim is just not working. It feels like.
Oh, I gotcha. Gotcha.
Trim it out.
Someone that does
Not
good
do it.
internet.
Feels like.
What speed can you do in the double end now? 110 or so?
But currently doing 110. I can definitely do more than that. I'm about
I'm doing
3/4
104.
of the throttle.
Not maxed out.
104. All right, I'll slow her down.
If I max her out, I could go 110 probably.
Yeah, I'll slow it down.
Yeah, I'm at 100 now.
Yeah, I'll drop it down to about 100. Yeah, if you take off engine overstress, this thing will scoot along pretty good. Oh, and I even had first notch of flaps out too.
Up and over the mountains.
Kill us all.
Dang. Woo.
What are you doing, Silky?
I'm in VR.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm loading in. I'm in virtual desktop right now.
Ah,
On virtual desktop, I have like, so you get your three screens. So you get your desktop in front of you.
yeah.
And the screens are all separated. And you can
Right.
roam around and all that, but in the background, behind all that, and all around you, you get to pick what you have for like your surroundings.
Yeah.
And I pick Purple Nebula.
Oh shit.
So I'm floating in the middle of space with these three screens.
I'm in space.
And when you look down and you're like looking at the stars down at your feet, it's a little disorienting.
Yeah.
Are you on medication right now, or is this...
Yeah, I could see that
Yeah,
being
I
a little
would-
disorienting.
I wish that I was seeing this without a headset. Yes, Waylon. I wish I had that kind of medication.
Yeah, I can only imagine because I've had issues, not issues, I guess. I've had instances of
Vertigo.
vertigo just looking
Yeah.
at a monitor before, like
Yeah.
in certain games, like falling off of really high places and things like that. And you get that little drop in your stomach.
It's like, "Whoa."
Yep. Yep. So,
Occasionally, once in a while, even inside a plane, it'll do it.
yeah.
And I mean, I'll get my head, my stomach won't mess with me, but my head will go for a loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that happen several times. But I have to be doing something like, you know, pretty extreme to get to that point.
Right, yeah.
All right. Touch and go, or your discretion, full stop.
Whereabouts are you at, Soki? Or are you in the sim yet?
I am loading right now. Y'all go. Y'all go. I'll catch it. As long as y'all doing touch and goes, I'll catch it.
Got me.
We're going to turn the warnings off, and we're just going to let it go. This thing will run 160 plus.
Gotcha.
What are you flying?
Easy mod.
Ah, yeah, nice.
Who is ringing my doorbell, man? Oh, you know, I'll be glad when the election's over. It's so many door knockers.
Okay. Control tab. Let's do this. Space bar. And okay. And tab.
Why did that not show up? Oh, it did. I'm just dumb.
Fuel. Sounds good. Close it. Let's go. And park and brake.
Up and over.
Here we go.
I don't know what's going on with my name tags, but like last time I flew on Wednesday, they didn't work, and it said it was a mod conflict, and then I literally done nothing. I haven't changed anything, I haven't installed anything, I haven't uninstalled anything, but today they work, and no mod conflict.
That's weird. What do you use? Are you just are you using
Flow.
that? Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Huh. What the hell
I don't know.
would cause mod conflict with name tags?
I have no idea.
I
But it
remember that there
only
was that
occasionally
old
happens.
one.
Right, which I used to use, but I don't have that anymore.
You got it removed from your community folder altogether.
Yep.
Weird.
Yeah.
There's Beaver.
Beaver.
He just took off right in front of me.
Nice.
And I'm on my way.
Soon he'll be dropping
Might have
into
to do. Go.
comms here before too long.
And we're jamming.
We be jamming.
I don't know if I'm making this ridge, Wolf.
Oh, you can
I
do
have
it,
to
buddy.
circle.
Good old circle climb.
Oh,
Let's
we're
go, buddy.
scraping our bellies. Phew.
Yeah, see, this is going to be a lot more interesting in a month when you have to take into consideration
Yeah.
Everything.
the winds, the leeward and wayward or whatever. Because the way the wind's blowing at that right now, you would have had wind tumbling up over the top of that and coming down the other side.
Yep. I mean, it would have helped me get over the top, but I would have had to be more careful coming over the top.
Right. But it is fun, like if it's at your tail and you can kind of like turn and fly
Right.
with the ridge and just pick up all the lift and just kind of float over. So,
Gliding's going to be kind of fun, too.
yeah. Should be good time.
That STEMI, if you've never flown a glider, fly the STEMI first. Because it has G3Xs in it, so it's like it's any other GA plane, but It's got autopilot. It's got the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, that seems like that's gonna be a fun one. I'm not super interested in gliders, but that one looks pretty fun.
Plus, I mean, it's massive. It's really hard to crash that plane or to stop. Like, it's 18 meters is enough to keep you in the air on just about any lift.
Right.
Alright, I got your tags and heading that way.
Okay.
And 9,000. Okay. Think.
Yeah, you should be okay. I'm cruising at 8.4 right now. I'm just below tops at the moment. Cruising through some saddlebags.
And I got it wound out.
Yeah, you'll be alright.
Think Beaver's gonna beat me to y'all. Took a shortcut.
Exactly. Good day, everyone.
Hey, Beaver. How's
Hello.
it going?
All right, Johnson Creek, here we go.
Good old Johnson Creek. This is fun to come in here with the PC-12. Get a little hairy. That's the place I should have checked out with the Tech Alpha.
By Johnson.
Yeah,
I did.
did you?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
He's alright.
I guess I'd be more concerned with the surrounding terrain more than the...
Yeah,
field
then the
itself.
river, in Tech Alpha, the river looked like crap. These mud puddles. It's Tech Alpha.
Yep. No grass and bad water in Tech Alpha.
Yeah.
Slow down a little bit here. Retrim. I've got a flight plan somewhere that like circumnavigates like this whole area. It kind of starts and ends at Johnson Creek. It takes like 2 hours, but it hits like all the little like airfields around here.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I know that Dreadnought has used 2020 to prepare himself to land at Johnson before.
Yeah.
He was telling me he went with a buddy one time, and his buddy was impressed that he was able to land so well first try at Johnson, having never been to Johnson before. And Dredd was like, "Yeah, I have." He's like,
Just
"What?
not in real life, but
Not in real life."
All kinds of plane, F-14, 747.
yeah, I've landed all kinds of stuff here.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, that's what I say. Like, I mean, if anything, the sim's really good for that. At least being able to like visually recognize surroundings,
like
things like that.
familiarization flights and stuff.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, I was watching the stream last week with the Super Decathlon pilot, and he was saying that he uses the Super Decathlon in the sim now and goes to the airports before he goes to the airports in real life to do his to practice his thing, to get used to like the landmarks and stuff and the runways and yeah.
Nice. Had a visual.
Visual.
Alright, here we go, catching and fetching. Gonna rip your wings off.
Need to do a full stop and clean my glasses.
Oh!
Okay.
Okay.
Drop it.
Start.
Ay, ay, ay. Whoa. Wipe them off real quick.
Yep. Beaver coming in. I see Silky.
I'm like on the middle of the runway. Much better. I can see again.
That Silky's skipping around a little bit.
Yeah, I'm good. We're good. Having a little issue there. I'm gonna get a visual on you guys. Alright, there you are.
Pitot heat out. Pitot heat. There we go.
Here you go. There. What I want to do, kill that. And kill that. Alright, good to go. I had a little stress issue. Just full stop? Or just
No, we're
yeah,
just
waiting on me?
waiting and cleaning glasses.
Okay. Yeah. We're good.
Back up.
Back in the air. It's cold up here in the mountains. 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 3 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo.
A little chilly.
Hope you brought your glasses. Cap.
It's been a minute since I've been back here.
I don't fly this much.
What's that?
I said I don't fly this area much.
Yeah, I had a stint where I was back here quite a bit. But, yeah, it's been a while since I've been out.
There's probably not a whole lot of places that are a whole lot better in real life, but there's a lot of places that are a lot better in the sim.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to watch through that global preview video this morning. Not a ton of new information. There's a little bit in there, but it's still worthwhile.
Yep.
Taking a watch of it.
Is it wide enough you can get a water on a wheel on the water? No, not quite there.
No.
You knew I'd be the one to ask, right?
Yeah.
That is my favorite thing of all.
I did notice in the Tech Alpha when I was using my Toby, I don't know if you had this issue, Wolf, as well, but I only could get eye tracking to work. I couldn't get head tracking to work.
So I see, because I'm using that OpenTrack as the
right.
base software.
Right.
So I didn't. I don't know if that would have been an issue or not for me. I can't run the Toby by itself unless I uninstall the OpenTrack software. So.
Right.
So yeah, head tracking worked fine for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just running the Toby, and only eye tracking worked, and it made it not super fun.
Yeah, I can imagine. Hoping that they update the Toby software to kind of how they
talked about it at
with
Python Expo.
With Elite, Dangerous,
Yep.
and Star Citizen. So
yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Did I overfly? Were we supposed to go up and over?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
My bad.
I was like, just following the terrain here.
Just
I was like,
following the canyon.
I was like deep in the river here. Whoopsie. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. I just noticed. I was like, where's the line going?
It's not where I'm at.
I'm down here on play.
Yeah, I think probably the biggest issue with Toby currently, which is why I use OpenTrack, is the way it translates. Like when you
go side to side, look to side, and move your head backwards.
Right, it doesn't interpret your head the right position, and so it's like that's not what I want you to do.
Right.
Oh yeah, we got a little airfield buried down there in there. Okay. Dumping it. Slow down and dump the flaps and drop into this. Jesus Christ, dude, this thing's way down there, ain't it? Here we go. This thing is, oh, it's so good. I love it. Yeah, you would not come at this field like this.
Nah.
Keep it pretty reasonable with full flaps here.
Yeah. I'm in a gentle slip as well, right behind you.
This field is, yeah. I've been here before. Just never from that angle.
It's fun to see your dust cloud effect when you touch down, Wolf.
Yeah, nice. I did like the kind of the updated dust effects that they have in that were in the Tech Alpha.
Yeah.
Looked a little bit nicer than what's currently in the sim. More swirlies.
Yeah. More of the turbulent, turmoiling, rolling.
Right.
Yeah, I'm excited for Wake Effect for multiplayer and AI air traffic globally.
Yeah, be
Ooh,
interesting
man.
for sure.
That'll
Go,
group
go, go, go,
takeoff
go, go, go.
real interesting.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that'll definitely be interesting. That was the one thing that they didn't, that I hadn't seen yet, that I saw during that preview event video, how they were displaying the wake turbulence and how it's persistent, you know. I would have liked to see it kind of like stationary. I want, like, I want to, well, not necessarily I wanted to see it like dissipate. You could kind of tell it was dissipating a little bit, but yeah, no, it was pretty cool.
I have two questions about it that I don't think have been answered by anyone or anywhere yet. Is, can I turn it off? Uh-oh.
I have to assume.
Did I just run out of fuel? Because I didn't switch tanks? Because I'm an idiot? Yep.
Rip.
How do I don't fucking remember how to turn this thing on. Oh, I do. Oh, hold on. Shit.
He's going down. Control E!
I'm going down. I'm in the water. I'm in the river.
Oh boy.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I forgot. I need air pressure.
Yeah. I haven't flown the Wilga in so long. I gotta get back in that and play with it.
And I need spark shower.
It was a lot of fun, the float version in New Zealand, but the float version is kind of underpowered a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, there we go. Now we're back up in the air.
I have to assume that you'll be able to turn down
the people's
wake turbulence. Yeah, like basically the same way that you can turn down the turbulence model. I have to assume you'll be able to turn down wake turbulence. Otherwise, you're gonna have people bitching constantly that they're getting
blown up by the beluga, the trim lifter.
Right.
Or trolls will show up for a stream in a big heavy airplane for a bush flight and
right.
Yeah. And then my other question is, like, I know that wind affects turbulence, so someone's gonna leave turbulence behind themselves, but if my weather's different from theirs, is it gonna be a different, like, you know, is it gonna calculate it on my weather or their weather?
Yeah, see, that's a good question, because Seb mentioned that the wind will push that wake turbulence around. So
I just haven't seen anything.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. That's a good question.
I think that would almost have to certainly be the weather on your end.
I mean, that's what I can hope, but I don't.
Like it sends the data of the wake turbulence to your system, and then your system says, "Okay, this is how we."
Right, how how it's
That's how
gonna
we
be.
manage to integrate it into your weather.
Yeah, otherwise it would be completely unpredictable anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, how would are you supposed to know what the weather for the other guy is?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, all they can do is go, hey, this dude generated wake turbulence,
Yeah.
and it's
Grab the
gonna
data from it
it's
and be
gonna
like,
have to base it off of where you're at currently, you know, how
Yep.
your weather's set up. I mean, I guess we won't really know until we have the sim in our hands, right? So, well,
Yeah.
The question is, do we know then? Because they could have some kind of hack in there that doesn't make any sense at all.
I mean, you could. I mean, I'm sure there's ways that we could probably test it to some degree. I mean, so if you have the guy
oh, sure.
like take off in like a 20-knot crosswind and you have calm skies or calm air, you'd be like, well, no, there's no wake turbulence. It got blown off the runway. Or if it's still there, I mean, then you'll know that it's calculated locally. It's just gonna look at the path and the type of aircraft and go from there, basically, would be my guess. But again, who knows?
That's the thing that I
What kind
found
of
was
wind
cool.
have we got?
Name tags have distance markers now on them.
Yeah, I really wish they would have done something different than the big blocky
Yeah.
name
wow.
tags that
Crap.
take up half the damn sky. So
Like,
hopefully,
what's going on?
Quickly, those
yeah, I hope
over.
that Parallel 42 gets that squared away pretty quick. Or hopefully I mean, maybe it's not that different of a system. There's just,
Yeah.
you know, there's a little bit more information there that gets displayed, you know. So
But distance is good to have that information.
yeah, no, it's
Because-
definitely good. I'm glad that they have that now. That's cool.
In many ways, it's more important than altitude.
It's also, yeah, but also like if you're trying to keep like a separation value.
Mm-hmm. Now, how fine, I guess, is that? Like,
Yeah,
is it down to the
'Cause
mile
I
or
saw-
kilometer, or is it
I saw
like, you know?
Tech Alpha for people sitting next to each other, and it showed them as like 0.03 nautical miles away from each other, right next to each other. So
Oh, shit! Wow, that's
You know.
really fine, dude. I didn't expect it to be that.
Yeah,
That
I was
time.
thinking tenths of a mile, but at hundredths of a mile? Whoa. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it depends. Like, so if you get over, so if you're less than a mile, it goes to like hundreds,
Yeah.
or
hundreds
you know,
maybe,
and then
yeah.
over a mile, up to a certain, you know, you get, you know, a full, and then plus a tenth, and then
Yeah.
beyond like 10 miles or something like that, just is the full mile, or who knows? I don't know. We'll see. But if that information is available there, then maybe Parallel 42 will be able to, through the flow name tags, be like, how do you want the distance displayed? You know, how fine do you want that, and at what distance? You know,
right.
so.
Also, our halfway point is Millard Creek, I think.
Okay.
Is that 3U1?
KGRH. What is that
Okay.
one? Oh, that's Grangeville.
So
Or no,
it's
it's
like 3. So it's like 3
9-1
away.
9-1 Delta 6 or something like that. Yeah. Whoa.
Oh, I got it. Yep. Milford Creek. So we're like 3 or 4 stops away.
Okay.
Yeah. I almost crashed into a mountain because I was looking at a little nav map. I'm so reliant on autopilot. I gotta fly more stick.
So it's not more in USFS.
No.
3U1. Okay.
Nope. It is Mallard Creek.
The other thing that they showed off in a little more detail, even though it was kind of brief, is they went into a little bit more detail about the planning software and visually showed that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh
Damn.
shit. I was like, this actually might be a Navigraph replacement. It depends on how, like, I mean, for general use, like for anybody else, like it's gonna be like perfect. It'll only really be critical for guys doing like airline simulation, depending on how updated their charts are. That's gonna be the big thing.
And these mountains look like trash.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, that's the reason why I don't fly here very often.
Well, it's funny because on like the right side of the road it looks like trash, on the left side it looks fine.
Yeah. There's sections of it that look incredible, but there's sections of it that look like green mashed potatoes.
Right.
Yep. Bit of chive and
Yeah, right.
There's a guy. What is his name now? Is it? I was watching a YouTube video of a comparison. He was doing some Alaska flights, and I think his name was. I think he goes by like Backcountry Buddha or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he did a 2020 and 2024 comparison, but he's just using like the straight default trees, so they all kind of like look like broccoli and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it was really like crazy, like just the general like saturation differences and color differences between the two sims. Like, holy Christ, dude. I guess I haven't run with default trees in so long, I don't really know anymore, but yeah, I was like, oh yeah, it was really really pretty bad there with the default trees.
All right.
you guys do this touch and go at Warren?
Yep.
Yeah.
I hit it.
I actually stopped there because I thought it was a halfway point.
Alright, so... Oops. Oh yeah, here. Oop.
So KGRJ.
Yeah.
All right.
Or no.
No. 9-1 Delta 6. Or 9 India Delta 6, sorry.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm just sorting out my flight plan there. Had to get the right active leg.
I think what else I saw that they were briefly talking about in there.
The helicopter going through the smoke effect looked really nice.
Yeah, that was cool. They had that smoke generator and it was pulling the smoke up and around the blades and coming back down through, that's real. That's how that works.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. I feel sorry for the poor. I don't remember his name. He builds like the careers and stuff like that. You can tell he gets. Huh?
Is it David?
Yeah, it might be David.
I think it's David. He was having some trouble with some words.
Yeah, you can tell he gets a little bit flustered talking in front of groups of people. He was like talking really fast, like, and kind of seemed like he was a little bit nervous. I got what he was saying, but I wasn't super interested in that part of the. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I just hope it's fleshed out more than what we saw in the Tech Alpha.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
The
I'm just wondering how much of a time commitment it's going to be to get to the points where you actually want to be doing the career missions. Like to get to the missions.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be.
It sounded like when some of the guys that were out there at the preview event had talked to them about it. They had basically said, like, if you're a seasoned sim pilot, you know your way around the various aircraft, like, you can basically have everything unlocked in probably a weekend, you know. But
oh wow.
some of the guys were like, well, that's still too long. Like, I don't want to, like, just let me skip everything.
Yeah, I just want to go
bogus.
to cargo waste almost immediately. I don't want to have to take a weekend to review things that I probably already knew.
Right. Yeah, I don't know how much I'll play with the career. It really depends on how fleshed out it is.
I want to do banner tows and free flight, and like tow a banner that says something dumb during a flight.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know.
It sounded like it's very structured behind the careers at the moment, right? And they're gonna just they're gonna try it like that for a while and see how it goes. But I think he would like to have the ability to have it be kind of a dynamic thing, like out in free flight, where like you could be flying and there could be like a mission alert or something like that would pop up if you wanted to. Be like, hey, there's a pilot down over here. We need you to search this area or put out this fire or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
I would like that.
See.
I wouldn't mind that.
If it got difficult. I thought the career mode was pretty decent.
Every 30 seconds. That's kind of annoying. But like...
That's one thing, and also imagine they say, okay, you want to, there's a pilot missing somewhere. It really depends on what kind of plane you're flying right now in free flight in order to make it work or not. If you're in a heli, okay, but if you're in a fast-moving jet, what are you supposed to be doing?
Right. Yeah, I don't know how they'll do that. But again, we'll see. Yeah, I think it's moving in the right direction, Soki. It's just it needs to be fleshed out more. Like, I shouldn't be able to like take a discovery flight and then you do one pattern and you have your PPL.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree with that. But to Waylon's point on that, so that is more for maybe not the people like us. You know what I mean? That if we're gonna go grab a friggin' Norton and get all kinds of stupid with it, you know.
Right.
Whereas maybe somebody with an Xbox is like, ooh, let me fly a 172 around for a weekend.
Yeah.
And they want, I guess that group needs to have, or maybe this might sound better.
Yeah, something they need to target something. They're not. They're not content to just fly around.
I was gonna say some maybe not immediate gratification, but some sense of
purpose.
Right. No, I mean, I get it. I definitely understand. I guess that's just coming from me, from like just a general like knowledge of aviation. I'm like, yeah, you're kind of going there. It's just you're super abbreviated, But I get it too. You want to like keep people engaged, right? And don't want to have to spend a bunch of time.
Yeah, if it were me, you'd be doing a whole weekend and get a freaking PPL. You know what I'm saying? No, we're not playing that. You're gonna have to work this, right?
Right.
Yeah. I hope the sky gets fixed, so it's not just like the Milky Way in all its glory every time it goes nighttime.
It seemed like some of the images I saw, like during the preview event, looked like it was toned down in that one.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes it feel like this was like an earlier build, that this whole tech demo
Oh, it
was
definitely
built,
was.
you know? So maybe they have done that. I know plenty of people have obviously made comments on it in the
Reddit.
in the well, not the
Or the
Reddit,
forums.
but the forums. So I expect that that'll probably get toned down at some point, or hopefully, even if it doesn't get like, I think it can be bright like that, but you have to be out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it can. I've seen it before, but on the on the north rim of the Grand Canyon,
Right.
not in the middle of downtown San Francisco.
Right, and I agree with that. So hopefully they take that into consideration, and there's some sort of more dynamic skybox, whereas like when you have to deal with light pollution and stuff like that, it kind of it gets lighter. You know, you don't really see it as much.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'd also like their career, because right now it doesn't, like the way that the career is set up, at least for fixed wing.
Yeah.
The progression doesn't really make much sense. Like, I shouldn't be able to go from PPL to high performance aircraft to jet powered without taking my instrument rating.
Yeah.
Like, you can completely go around that and get your
get your VFR commercial,
right, without even taking an instrument or a night rating
or a multi-engine.
Right. So hopefully that gets restructured as well.
Yeah.
I'm going way too
Lots of things to consider and to hope for and look forward to, I guess.
Yeah. No, I mean it's all good. Like, I'm not there's just little things that I kind of just noticed, and I'm excited for it regardless. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. So
we're not going to be. I don't know that we're necessarily going to be landing on top of Denali this time around.
No, it's that's one thing I did notice. You can definitely get in places, but you really got to think about it, because you can't.
Will matter.
Right. Like, you know, I might see a sandbar down there and be like, oh, I can get in there with the double ender, and I can.
Rock.
But like, you don't, like, I guess the thing is with 24, you have to take into consideration the distance a lot more, because you notice right away when, like, I did a couple of sandbar landings in 24, and I was just like, oh crap, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get back out of here, because there's so much drag on the wheels and stuff when you land in that sort of stuff, and it's so much more bumpy, you know.
Yeah, it's a whole different animal than it is in 2020.
And I think there's a little too much drag on like those gravel bars where you're sinking into your, sinking in a lot deeper than you would on a gravel bar. Like, it's creating ruts that are pretty deep on a gravel bar, and I was like, I don't know if it's just like, it's soft texture, so we're gonna make ruts, when really it's not.
Yeah, I guess it'll really depend on, like, if they differentiate between gravel, like, which would be not necessarily hard pack, but it's going to be more stable than like sand, right?
Yeah, right.
And also it has to take into consideration the weight of the aircraft, the dimensions of the wheels, where, like an X-Cub with regular tires is going to be completely different than one that's got 35-inch Alaska bush tires on it, right? So
and even 35-inch Alaska bush tires is going to be quite a bit different from 30 psi to 8 psi.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
But even like dry sand.
Where are you going?
Huh?
Because I thought this was the halfway point. 9 Delta.
9 India Delta 6. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I'm sitting here talking, man. What are you talking about?
Yep.
Let me turn around.
shit. This is gonna. Okay, I'm gonna take a turn here because I'm not gonna be able to make that dome.
You know what?
Now, what would be cool?
Y'all go ahead and do your thing. I'm gonna land on one of these hills up there.
What would be really cool? And maybe got friends are gonna do this. If you can adjust the tire pressure.
Oh, I guess it's right behind me anyway.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
There are some planes where you can do that. I think the Sting 2000 or something.
Can you?
Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah, that would be a big thing. And like, oh Jesus, this is really small, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
Sure is.
Yeah, if you can adjust the tire pressures and stuff for doing certain things with like the Alaska tires, that'd be pretty dope.
I think the cap also can change tire pressure.
In that
In the tablet thing.
Oh, gotcha. Cool.
Which cub?
The J3 cap, the classic aircraft, the good one.
Yeah, I don't have that one yet.
It's good. It's really good. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
like
really slow, but it's also really good.
Yeah, it's on my list of aircraft to buy. I kind of had told myself I wasn't going to buy any other aircraft when that stupid Max came out, so I bought that, but I'm not buying any more until 24 comes out. So I can wait.
I'm good if everybody's down. I'm just gonna hang out over here.
Yeah, I think
Right there, yeah. Just coming up over the ridge.
Copy.
My crash landing put me behind the group a little bit.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. Also, Wolf, 9 is gonna be mailing your stickers eventually.
I have
know-
an envelope with a stamp on my desk next to me. I'm waiting until my appointment at 1:45.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I forgot about that.
What? What the fuck? How did I run out of fuel already? This is so dumb. No. No.
What in the absolute hell?
So goes the will go.
I turned off the starter switch. Oh shit, we're back. We're alive. Woo-hoo!
Oh my
I had
god,
to
this
refuel
is...
in the air, but
Who made this?
Jesus.
Oh my god, this is hilarious, dude. Silky, are you familiar with Kuro, who did the 787 mods?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, so he just put up on fs.to, he put up the Kuro A3 Neo. So he basically, he took the fly-by-wire A320 and he shortened the whole fuselage so it's only like 5 rows.
Oh my god.
So it's literally just like, this whole aircraft is probably like 60 feet long,
Yeah.
but it's got full-size wings.
We're talking Gat Friends April Fool's joke kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
definitely downloading this thing, dude. This looks hilarious. Hold on. Oh my god. I'll throw it in the Big Birds channel.
Functional renown.
Oh my god, dude, that's That's nuts. That's hilarious. I thought it was a troll, dude. That's hilarious. He's even got A3 Airbus on there, dude. That's funny.
All right, I'm down. Oh, I'm filling up all the way.
This is gonna be fun on that sim. Top comment. That's hilarious. The micro bus.
Hey, back at 21. Jeez, I need to get better planning these flights.
Cool.
Apparently. Or make 9 do it again.
There you go. Oh my god, dude, that is so funny.
Wow, that's adorable. What the hell?
I have to know how this thing flies, dude. That's hilarious.
It's like one of those. It's like that plane from. What's it called? Thomas the Tank Engine.
Right. There's a guy that I follow on Instagram, that does like cartoon plane drawings, and that's what it reminds me of.
Mm.
That's so funny. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna download this right now. God damn it. I don't know if that's a crosswalk or not. I hate these stupid. Aircraft. Oh my god. Required fly-by-wire A320. Yeah, no surprise there. Those beaver. Yepers.
Uh-huh.
Ready to go.
Here we go.
Alright.
On our favorite rocket ship. And I'm out of fuel.
I should check right. Something I should be doing. Yeah, so
No.
tank's bound.
Holy crap, who was that? Like a rocket ship.
Could have been me. I'm in souped up Kid Fox.
Yeah, probably you. Getting a little cloudy, a little overcast.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We got some weather kind of coming in here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy.
I need to get better at planning these flights because maybe 200 miles is too much for bush planes.
Yeah, 200 miles is pushing it.
It's how it's. I feel like it's always all we've always done. It's 200 miles in 2 hours. But
Yeah, but this is Loon.
yeah.
And I probably didn't help either with my late start. So, blame it on me.
We all kind of got.
Always, always.
I know.
Crave it, admit it.
Which one is the little strip down there? I'm gonna skip over this guy.
Yep, skipping it.
Didn't even see it.
Just kind of barely down there. You can just barely make it out.
I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna have to cook me some spaghetti.
Nice.
BB tonight.
Yeah, I'm down for it. Is Tart flying, or what's he up to?
Cool. I don't know. He flew this morning. I don't know why he's not here now.
Gotcha.
I mean, if something, I might have had something else going on.
Yeah, let's figure out where we can go tonight. Need to try out some more complex approaches in the Max. See how it handles it.
Guatemala turned out to be pretty good. Maybe dip our toe in Central America again.
Yeah, we could definitely do that.
I'll dig around a little bit and see what I can come up with.
Sounds good.
There's nothing that goes together quite like flying in the sun and epic string music.
Nice.
It's just friggin', they go together hand in hand. Like cocaine and waffles.
Cocaine and waffles.
If you go on like that, they will start to forbid waffles. It's a gateway drug, you know.
Yeah. Just a little taste is all it takes.
Not too late for the 5 o'clock free waffle giveaway.
Too funny.
Speed up a little bit here. Climb up this bridge.
Did we lose the beef somewhere?
Yeah, I dropped out about halfway through the break. So we had stuff he had to go do.
Yeah, big.
So, let's see here. Some... Ooh, trees. Some chicken. Let's see if somebody left something on my front porch and I was distracted. What the hell I was gonna look at? Hello. I suppose my tank is probably empty. Oh, I got 1.5 gallons in there.
Oh, thank you for.
It's looking pretty good. Yeah, this is a perfect spot for like the epic orchestra.
Yes. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the new lighting engine and things like that. It's one thing I noticed. I was like, all the individual trees cast shadows. That's crazy. As we were flying over this stuff, I was just thinking about that. One thing I noticed with the Tech Alpha,
Mm-hmm.
that literally everything cast shadows. Oh yeah. So today is October 19th.
19th.
So
Mhm.
we're exactly
One
one
month.
month away.
Yes, 1 month.
4 weeks to make it to Mount Hood, Kenjernstedt. I don't know if we're gonna do it, but we're gonna try. As long as I don't have anything to do the next 4 Saturdays. Or 3 Saturdays.
I was gonna say 3 Saturdays, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, we might
Unless you
just
want-
barely make it.
Unless you want to do the flight to Mount Hood in the new sim.
That's
That
true.
last-
We could do that.
That last one.
Yep.
It feels like it's gonna be a little bit too much of a stretch to get there in 3.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, we could easily make it if we did a straight line, but I'm keeping us in the mountains.
Yeah.
Is it not 4? It should be 4. Should have 4 Saturdays left. 31 days.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Let's see here.
Yeah, should have 4 Saturdays left.
So we got. Yeah. Yeah, because the 19th falls on a
Like
Tuesday.
a Tuesday. Yeah.
That's lame.
Yeah.
That's lame.
Yeah, I took that Wednesday and Thursday off. Didn't take the 19th off because there's no reason to, because it's just going to be like
Yeah.
everything's going to be jammed with people downloading.
Yep.
Yeah,
So-
it's gonna probably be a shit show that first day.
Yeah, so I figured I would take the 20th off and probably when I get home on the morning of the 20th, I'll try to download it then. I mean, it still might be a,
I'll give you some
Crapshoot.
time to
yeah, it still
No,
might
I
be a
don't know if
crapshoot
the
at
bugs-
this point,
So I think I'm gonna wait for a few weeks at least.
Yeah. I think
Because
we're
for
gonna just
me,
go
with
for-
my,
Oh, go
with
for
my
it.
internet connection, downloading a sim is a project. So I only want to do it once.
Yeah. Well, thankfully the install size is significantly less than what we currently
Yeah.
have, so...
I think we're gonna
Yeah,
just
okay.
overfly the rest of these airports just to make up for time.
Okay. Let's
So,
see,
Any of them.
what's our normal? Our normal is like 168 gigs, isn't it, for 2020?
Yeah, they did like,
With all the world updates, I thought it was like 250.
Yeah, I think it's more like 3.
yeah,
It's
there
crazy.
was...
Or maybe mine with the extra stuff I've got in. I think mine is 313 right now.
They did a comparison during that, during the presentation, like, so, like, I don't know what internet speed they used,
Yeah.
Mhm.
to demonstrate it, but, like, they had, like, an install size for, like, the current sim, and how long it took to install versus the new sim, and it
Yeah.
was, like, it went from, like, hours down to, like,
Hours.
minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say hours difference had to be.
Yeah, it was hours difference.
I mean, I
Yeah,
would
that's
still be,
what-
I would be, I
Go
would be
ahead, go ahead.
okay if it was like 50 gigs. I would be fine with it. It's okay.
I think that's what I heard. They said the
40
installed
gigs.
size is 50
Well,
or something.
It's installed.
then,
The
of
program
course,
is 30, but you need to have 50 gigs for the rolling cache or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I think the rolling cache,
Or like
Default is
recommended.
16.
it was like 19 or 20 or something in the. Yeah, here it is.
Thought I saw 16 as default, at least
Yeah.
on the Tech Alpha.
So they didn't say what internet speed this was at, but basically, for the old sim, time from start to launch 2 hours, compared to the new one, 5 minutes.
Wow.
So I don't know what internet speed that's using, obviously, for a full download for 2 hours.
Yeah, because mine takes 8.
Yeah, but just as a
I would say
kind of,
20 for me, probably
yeah.
the old one. So
Well, it takes
I
8
might get-
for. It took 8 for me to do the sim, and then all the world updates.
okay, but then mine took significantly longer. I think for me the pure download and installation took 20 hours or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about what it took mine. It's like 15 hours or something like that.
That's why I'm a little bit concerned about this dependency on internet connection. On the other hand, they said, I saw that when they had this demo in Arizona, they said that locally they had an internet connection of 10 megabit, and it worked okay.
Yeah.
So that gives me hope that I can
I
actually
think-
fly this thing.
The only thing you have to worry about internet connectivity is if you're like streaming 4K Ultra HD, like max.
Yeah, I won't do
max,
that.
max.
Yeah, I will never do that. I will stick to 1080 to 1920 to 1080. If they want to limit it to the frames to 30 per second, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
So,
It's.
but that gives me hope that I can actually use the sim.
Yeah. It seems to me that, like, if you can stream the data that we currently have, you should be able to. You should be fine with the new sim. But, yeah, we'll see. Somebody was doing speed comparisons and stuff like that. I know there's a couple videos out on YouTube, people that were testing in the Tech Alpha, and they were looking at how much data the sim was actually pulling down while they were.
I saw that somewhere, and I have just saw the headline because it was behind a paywall, and somebody pointed out, I think 90 gigs per hour or so. That feels a lot.
Not sure. I do know that it'll take a look at what you've got for your speeds and stuff like that, and it'll adjust the sim accordingly. But
I'll probably be the only one whose Sim 2024 looks worse than 2020.
no. Hopefully not.
Welcome to Potato Land, as Silky would say. There goes my chance to ever win a screenshot award again.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, I think you'll be alright.
Yeah, I think so as well, actually, because from what I heard, 10 megabit seemed to be sufficient, and that's something that I usually can do.
These mountains don't look terrible.
What's that?
I said the mountains below us don't look terrible anymore.
Yeah, there's one
Look better, yeah.
here where I'm
You're
at.
not.
kind of
Yeah,
blotchy,
you're not over here with me.
It really kind of depends. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
This is like, I don't know what happened here, but yeah, Wolf, me and you are at the same place. It's like half the mountain looks really good, and then the top half of it is just.
I honestly think
Vibes.
that is, it's not a lack of data. I think what it's doing is that it had I think that is a result of the software that they're using. That they're basically trying to get rid of clouds that's obscuring the terrain below it, and so basically it samples kind of like in Photoshop where they have that content aware fill feature that you use to kind of heal a spot, but it's not doing a very good job of it, and it's just like everything's green, you know, and it just kind of like
dumps in green,
right, you know. And so then you end up with those weird fucking splotches, but I'm almost 100% certain that that is due to it trying to paint out clouds. Because you'll notice if you use the map enhancement mod, that you don't have that anymore, but you run into clouds everywhere. Like you'll see clouds all over the place.
Yeah. Shadows, cloud shadows on the ground.
Oh, either cloud, not necessarily even cloud shadows. You'll have, because I mean it's taking these images from satellite, so it's basically you've got the cloud overlay onto the terrain. So,
I got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if it was just shadows, I wouldn't mind it as much. I could kind of deal with that. But yeah,
the big white spot on the side of a mountain's not cool.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good little runway down there.
But yeah, if you use the map enhancement mod, you'll basically see what the sim would look like without them going in and doing that. So. Now, yeah, it's. I mean, I guess you're kind of like, it's hard to, because it's like, how often does that area get rescanned, right? For them updating maps, you know. And mountain areas don't really change, so I wonder if they could go back and look at historical data.
Yeah. And
look
just
at the same
drop a
coordinates
piece
and be
in
like,
there. Yeah.
right, be like, oh, well, here's an image where it doesn't have a cloud, you know, and fix it, you know, but
it's a lot of man hours.
yeah, right. Well, yeah, exactly. It's
Yes.
one of those things that you have to use AI to.
Yeah. I was gonna say you could get AI to do it. It would be all right.
Right. It's like you have to identify, yes, this is a cloud, and you know, things like that. It's obviously it's a lot of data, right? That you have to have multiple copies of.
Yeah. And you also have to have an AI to be able to determine.
What do you?
Listening to a song, man.
What's that?
I'm listening to a song, man. I'm getting into it.
Oh, I got you. It's like, what are you up to, man?
I was doing that yesterday. I was going down the river first time I had the headset on in golly, a few months, and I got in this. I got in the easy mod and went down the Umpqua River, and then I had some tunes playing and started jamming a little bit. I was into it. It's like, come on,
Nice.
let's rumble. I get a little hyped when I'm having fun like that.
Yeah, I think unfortunately it's just going to be something we're going to have to deal with certain areas like that, unfortunately.
Yeah, it'd be alright. Like I was saying earlier, from what I saw the Tech Alpha, there's almost like visually, there's almost no area that I saw that they had actually touched that you could tell they had processed it. It did not look better.
Right.
Right. That that goes for aircraft, like deliveries to the all the scenery, the mountains, the hills, the lakes, the water, all of it.
Right.
All of it looks better. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I would just like, I would prefer if they could tell the software, but like, just lift a patch off the surrounding terrain. Like, don't try to like make your own. Just grab a patch and just stick it there and cover it with trees.
Yeah.
And it'll be good enough. No one's gonna like get down and be like, oh, they patched in a piece there, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's the only thing. So. What is that? Is that like a waterfall or water? Something that going on there. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a blowdown? I don't know. Huh. Maybe it's a rock slide. Could be a rock slide there too. It's a weird spot on the ground here.
There's a lot of stuff with the tech alpha that I thought, I don't know if this is a lot better or not, but again, like you were saying, that build level may be so far removed from where we're going to be at on the 19th.
I think there's definitely some stuff that's good. It's, you know, it's just going to be what it's going to be. You know, like I said, we're going kind of temper our expectations with some stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I you know, it's just gonna be like, you know, when 2020 launched, you know, there was obviously a lot of weird shit.
Yeah.
And you
like
know, thankfully that's gone.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. You know, and it took community feedback to go, listen, this needs to change, you know. And Asobo has been pretty good about listening to the community and being like, okay, yeah, that makes sense, you know, and going, even if it's not right away, you know, it's eventually we kind of get there.
That's a cool landing or a cool airstrip.
But I mean, when you start talking about like being so specific as just so many different things, just for example, the level of ruts in the ground, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when you're getting down to being that specific about how the sim should be acting,
right?
When you think about that, that is absolutely incredible. That those are the things that we're looking at now. You know what I mean? Those types of things.
No, for sure. I mean, it's like that's like, I kind of go, some people who like, yeah, I'm just flying over that strip right now.
I'm gonna have to come back to that one.
That is a cool one right off that little lake there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that is cool, isn't it? Yeah.
Kind of coming off the water there.
Yeah, you could probably ski right up on there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, okay, like, yes, like, it would be like, yes, it maybe those tires shouldn't, or that aircraft shouldn't dig that far into that type of terrain, but then you got to step back and be like, but we're actually having this conversation.
Yeah, like, exactly. That was my point.
Like, think about that.
Yeah, that was my point. It's not at all about the ruts. It's about, wow.
No.
Like, we're actually at that point.
Yeah, we're even talking about that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think a lot of people, like, I mean, that's the thing. Like, you kind of do have to step back and be like, look at where we're at, though. Like,
Yeah.
like it's like in the grand scheme of things, like
Yeah.
as far as like simulation and stuff goes, like this
It's insane.
is on another level. Like it's
It is
just
insane.
it's crazy.
I mean,
100%.
simply the fact that you can basically choose whatever place in the world you want and go there.
Airports,
And-
all.
Yeah.
And you sort of recognize it. I mean,
Right.
That there are aircraft that third-party developers are making that anybody would apply the name study level to. I mean, that's crazy. Study level aircraft. What? Whoever thought of something like that?
just a few days ago, I flew near, took the helicopter near my part of Germany, and I flew along a autobahn. I could read the street signs. I mean, imagine. Okay, I mean, to be fair, they were very pixelated. They were really bent, so you needed to know what they were supposed to be saying. But you recognize the characters.
Right.
That alone is unbelievable. I mean,
Right. I mean, think about that in a flight sim, though. It's like they're realistically, that shouldn't be something like that you would ever have to worry about in a flight sim. Like, why would I care about what the damn signs say?
Precisely,
on the road? You know, but I mean, that was something that Jorg was talking about with between this sim and 2020 or in 2024. He's like, you know, in 2020. Like, we never expected, like, all we were concerned about was like
the air.
basically the air, right? You know, he's like, but you have like, we didn't like expect the community, like bush flyers and people that just like to, like, you know, explore without really being like connected so much to the plane and things like that. And we had to kind of like step back and be like, we really need to think about, like, you know, how the ground is represented, you know, in this new sim, you know, so it's like taking everything that we have to like a completely different level, you know. And
that I don't understand, because I mean, this sim compared to the previous sims, I mean, this is the first sim that I've really used a lot. I mean, I had Flight Sim 2000 years ago, obviously, which was obviously not comparable. But for me, that was the whole selling point of this sim, that basically I can go. I didn't want to fly. I wanted to go see places.
Right.
That was a selling point for me. I didn't know what such a thing as bush planes existed.
Right.
And then I started playing with the stock planes, and I found that I liked the Slim Savage Carbon best in many ways because it was so simple. Then I started flying to places which I had seen on YouTube because I started to look into this plane. Then I got into the God Gravel community, which was obviously very focused on very specific aspects. I don't think I have been in a Boeing or an Airbus more than 3 times since I installed the sim. On the other hand, I've spent, I mean, I don't know, 2,000 hours or so in the sim.
Right.
But always GA, and it's always been small planes, low-level flying. It's rare for me to be above 10,000 feet.
Right. I just don't think that they really, like, I mean, obviously you can tell like how dedicated Jorg is to the whole thing. Like, he wants it to be the best it can be, but I think it was kind of like right, they didn't really expect it to blow up the way that it did.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they were like, well, people are, I mean, because what do you got to compare against, right? At that current time, you've got E3D, you've got people still flying on the old FSX, you know,
Yeah.
and then you've got people on X-Plane, right? And, you know, it's, I mean, the primary focus for a lot of that is like, obviously, like the ground textures and stuff in those sims are not great. People are just like, I want to focus on you know, the air, right? And so
Yeah, the simulation,
they-
the really how to control an aircraft. Yeah, yeah.
Right,
And I
and
understand that. Sure.
and they figured, you know, well, that's what people are gonna really focus towards. And I mean, part of them did, right? But with the advent of being able to really leverage, you know, the Bing Maps technology, it completely opened up a whole new aspect of the sim, where you had people that were like, "Wow, this is really cool.
Yeah.
I really like this." You know, but is there any way that you could make, you know, the ground texture sharper or a little bit more accurate, even though they're already like crazy accurate? I think obviously the textures they probably have are much sharper than what we see in the sim, but they can't do it because they have, at least in this sim, right, to keep the install size down. But that's, I mean, that's another big reason for them moving a lot of that stuff onto the cloud.
Yeah, but simply the fact, I mean, I travel quite a lot professionally, and for the last 3 or 2 trips, I did always find my hotel in the sim, and I recognized it. I mean, imagine what that means. I mean, when I was in Canada, this one place, this was a POI that was okay, but also I stayed in a hotel in Calgary, and they had a restaurant in the basement, and I could go in the sim. I did find the hotel. I did find the restaurant with the basement, with the name of the restaurant, readable. You could read it on the texture. I mean, imagine what that means.
That's so funny. I love it.
I think I'm actually kind of surprised that they were shocked that people wanted that kind of detail. And the reason I say that is probably, I mean, I don't know for P3D, but I know for FSX, one of the largest like sellers for FSX was Orbix Mesh.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Orbix Mesh was huge.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, I spent over $1,000, you know?
Well, it's the same way in X-Plane. There's people that spend thousands of dollars on ortho, you know?
Yeah. And yeah, it's huge. You gotta have a lot of memory to be able to handle all that. But I mean, when you're talking about people spending that kind of money so that they can see, you know, what they're really flying over, then yeah, I'm kind of surprised it took them aback a little bit.
Right.
Especially because, at least that was my impression, that was the selling point. That was the main focus of the advert. They said, okay, we have this long tradition of Microsoft flight simulators, blah, 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 but now you can go explore the world.
Right.
And so that was, and for me, it definitely worked. I wasn't interested in flying at the beginning. It was really, I can go see places which I probably won't see in real life, or I can go revisit places which I enjoyed. I mean, for example, for me, I have exactly one scenery that I actually bought, and that's Hong Kong, because I've been there and I really enjoyed it, and I spent time flying in a heli or with a biplane through Hong Kong, and the scenery is great.
Yeah.
But that's that's the selling point for me.
I bought Mount Cook, which was solid airport, and then I bought Kodiak Island because I would fly out there with AK and we would do search and rescue op things.
I think I've got several. Maybe not like a whole area. I've got several airports, but like a whole area.
I also have Abu Dhabi, but that was for free, so that doesn't count. The indie build from Abu Dhabi, that's good.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have bought it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I have that too, but
So do I.
I've never like explored it. I've flown into the vicinity of it, but I've never explored it. But I do have it.
Interesting. It's really
It's pretty
interesting.
neat. It is pretty neat. Looks good at night.
I am
Yep.
glad that I will be able to, because I bought like I bought the Alaska mesh, which I don't need anymore, because the current InSim mesh is just as good, if not better, than the Orbix mesh. I did
Yeah.
buy the mesh for basically all of Asia or whatever that covered like the Himalayas and stuff like that, which you still need. I'll be curious to see if that will no longer be needed.
I hope they get a grip on China, because that would be really interesting flying.
It sounds like everything. If they don't have, if they're not able to get direct scans of things,
Yeah.
they do have
Oh,
global
yeah.
satellite data, which is accurate to 2 meters.
That's all you need. 2 meters
Um,
is good.
Yeah. So
15-meter satellite view down to 2 meters actual view, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
yeah.
2
yeah.
2 meters is really good. 2
Yeah.
meters should have the whole freaking world looking like you can fly anywhere and recognize your street signs.
Yeah, that's what
Yep.
it sounds like that the
Yeah.
that the tin is, or whatever that they're doing. It sounds like it's 2 meters globally, unless they have lidar scans or whatever.
Yeah.
Or basically they were able to get the data
XR
from
with
the unless they were able to get the data from the governments. And obviously there's certain countries in the world who they will not give you that information.
Yeah.
So, but they do have, we've obviously got satellite images of the entire planet. So, and they were able to determine height maps, at least down to 2 meters with that. So,
Speaking of countries that refuse to give up their data, I mean, and I read this the other day and I thought it was just kind of funny and super interesting. And the main reason I probably found it interesting was because of all the time I spent in South Korea. But I caught a little blurb the other day about North Korean soldiers being transferred to the Ukrainian front.
yeah.
And there was a whole bunch of them that decided they were going to jet scene. I reckon they wanted some food, right?
Well, that's what they're trying to figure out right now.
They
Trying to
deserve
figure out
it.
if these folks are actually, if they're actual soldiers or they're conscripts that they just pulled off the streets and sent them there basically for,
Yeah.
because it seems to me that, and this could just be me, but it seems to me that a country like North Korea would not be sending their best fighting force
Oh,
to
no.
fight in Ukraine. I think
Yeah,
they're going to be
no.
holding those back because
Oh, yeah.
I mean you see what they're doing. They've started doing some stuff along the DMZ, like blowing up bridges and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it makes me feel like they're starting to gear up for something. They want to start another fight with the South.
Unless they get really good money for it, for good fighting forces.
The sanctions are really starting to like actually affect Russia. Like they were.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Like it's finally starting to really like they're really struggling. So I don't know.
Yeah, if they're going to Kim Jong-un to, for help.
Right.
You know what I
know that.
Yeah,
that
they're in a
North
bad
Korea's
way.
I know North Korea's been giving the Russians a lot of artillery ammunition and stuff, but
Yeah.
they won't. Like I think like the failure rate is over 50%.
Mhm.
On
I was
that
going to
stuff.
say, if they decide to come across the Z, we're going to
Yeah.
clean their clock.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad news, man.
Yeah, we're going to
Really
clean their
is.
clock.
Yeah, but the sad part is though, like,
We
those
don't want
folks
to
have
do
been,
that.
like, well, I
No.
mean, the thing is, like, those guys have no idea what they're getting into.
Right.
They've been. I mean, well, Kim probably does, but like his soldiers don't. They've been
Yeah.
indoctrinated their whole lives that they're better
Yeah.
than everybody else, and they're gonna go across that border, and it's gonna be like fighting. It's like guys riding horseback fighting modern
Swords
day.
and rifles.
Right.
The sad part is though that the numbers are pretty crazy. Like, for instance, when I was there, we were stuck on a hillside with 8 great big howitzers in these freaking concrete bunkers, and basically I was there for 120 days, and they were like, we're gonna do one formation out here, and that was on the first day, and first sergeant came up. He said, "I'm gonna tell y'all, for every one gun that we have on the side of this mountain, there's 12 pointed at you. As soon as the flag drops, your life expectancy is 15 seconds."
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they basically gonna blow the hill off. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, okay, 50% of them are duds. Then you still have 6 guns to 1. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they would have leveled the mountain. But my point is, I mean, even though they would, you know, get their butts beat to death.
Yeah, but
literally,
if you're the first casualty, that doesn't help you.
Yeah, exactly. The overwhelming numbers to begin with are gonna exact a toll. The other thing that it would exact a toll is the fact that Seoul, the probably 3rd largest city in the world.
Oh yeah, their artillery range.
Yes, exactly. They are. I mean, yeah, they're close. They're very close.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the worst part. That's the scariest part of it all. Is that Seoul is close enough that if they got the right kind of stuff, I mean, they're lobbing stuff into the city. You know.
Yeah, I don't know
Which is sad.
I don't know what Western systems Seoul's got sitting there defending the city currently. I mean, I know we've got systems that can shoot artillery out of the air, but
Yeah.
I don't know what.
I think you can be sure that the South Koreans are looking very closely at what the Israelis are doing with Hezbollah and Hamas.
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
it's a very similar problem that they have. So I would be surprised if the Koreans didn't have similar systems as the Israelis, or maybe even jointly developed systems and stuff like that, because they have very similar problems.
There's some scary stuff over there. There was scary stuff over there when I was over there.
yeah.
And that was freaking 25, 30 years ago. It was 30 years ago. So I know there's scary stuff over there now.
Yeah, on the other hand, nowadays you can do things that you couldn't 25 years ago. So,
Yeah, exactly.
so it goes both ways in a way.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about scary stuff as in North Korea had scary stuff. I mean, like, South Korea had scary stuff.
Oh, and they're good. They're really good. I mean,
Yeah, it was
I think
no
they
joke.
have they're what, number 4 or 5 in the world exports and weapons or stuff like that right now.
Yeah,
So they've really pushed their military industry quite ahead. I think that they have a new tank which was presented a few years ago, which seems to be really up there. Can really give the Leopard or the Abrams a run for its money.
Yeah. I mean, I've been out to the field where they load stuff on trucks, and
You're like,
well, I mean, you know, the whole group goes out, and then 2 hours later, these trucks show up, like 2 or 3 of them, and you got to remember, I'm with a howitzer group. These guys got howitzers launching shells. These two or 3 trucks show up. And when the guys get out, they are armed guards, 24-hour armed guards on the trucks.
yeah,
So you know what's inside.
right.
There's stuff that we're not supposed to have.
Right.
Well, not really, but I mean it's skirting what we're supposed to have. So, but yeah, it's they ain't playing around.
I don't know if I don't remember. Is South Korea a member of the JSF program?
I don't think so.
I don't know if they're JSF members or not.
I believe so. Yes.
But
And the
God,
reason I say that is because 2 of the places that I was stationed at
mhm,
were UN.
okay.
So I would almost definitely say JFS.
Yeah, I can't imagine 35s going up against those old Russian MiGs. Oh God. Yeah,
Reminds me a bit of this movie, The Final Countdown, where you saw
Yeah,
Tomcats splashing zeros.
right, exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's basically exactly it right there. Oh, 9S4. This is allowed. This sort of stop.
That's it.
Okay.
Montana, baby.
Yeah, they pretty much told us. They said if you ever see him going and getting the stuff out of the truck,
Yeah.
it's like if you see him getting the stuff out of the truck,
Run.
you need to start your vehicle and start traveling in the other direction. It's like,
Yeah.
holy crap. I mean, you got to think though that South Korea is like this. I mean, mountainous like this is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's mountains everywhere. The whole country is like that. So if you're in a valley and you lob something 35, 40 miles, time to run. Time to run.
Like our B2s just did a combat sortie for the first time since like 2017. It was just basically to tell Iran to knock it off.
No, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
We went over
Socrates.
there and we went over there and took out some ammo bunkers that were buried in the mountains over there for the Houthis. They're like, what the hell? Because we've got like, super deep penetrating bunker busters.
Yeah.
And so they sent the B2s over there, did like a 34-hour sortie, just bombed the shit out of their bunkers, and they're like, knock it off.
Yeah, we're doing
Like-
this because we're bored right now.
Yeah.
We're just letting you know. Right?
They did they're like, this is the
Hey, this
message.
is a pretty cool little spot here. I like this.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Oh, not crosswind though.
Yeah,
a bit
it's.
stiff.
I noticed when we were coming in here, I was like, oh, we got 20 knot winds, so this is gonna be interesting.
My plane is not certified for this.
Yeah, I'm getting
Same.
bounced
It's gonna
around
be
a
a
little
bit
bit here.
sporty, a bit squirrely, and a bit rough.
Whoa! Whoa, buddy! Whoa, 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 whoa!
Yeah, I'm looking at that windsock there.
Yeah, that windsock is not pretty, man.
Yeah, this is a straight. Well, it's about 10 knot now. Yeah, I'm gonna land in the grass.
Excuse me.
Right,
Yeah, that's what I did. I just put it down in the grass.
Jesus Christ.
Didn't even want to embarrass myself on the runway.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time even getting the plane to settle down.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
So, whoa. Good fly. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Alright, let's take a look here. Mineral County Airport, is that what this is?
Oh, it looks pretty good though. I like it. I do like it.
Okay.
I like where it's at.
Oi, oi. I was doing so good. I was doing so good.
Ooh.
Hey, the blender. How you doing?
Yep.
dropping a rock on the last 10 feet. It was a good flight, though. A bit
Yeah, it
long.
was a good flight. I
Very-
enjoyed it.
Very.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun.
Of course. 4 more, and then we're in.
All right. I'll work on some stuff for this evening there, Wolf. See what I can come up with.
All right. Sounds
All
good.
right.
All right.
Laters, guys.
Yep.
See ya.
See ya later.
Take care. See you.